Hello my friends, Dario here from Gaming in a Daydream. I hope you're all keeping well and thank you very much for watching. Welcome to Napoleon Total War with the Pike and Shot mod. This is the 0.6 version, the last one that is available on ModDB. I will leave a link on the video description, in case you haven't heard of it or haven't seen it and you want to check it out. Now, I'm going to be checking, as you can see in the title, the Spanish campaign with the historical mode. You know, there are three options that you can choose when you install the different files from the mod. One of them is arcade, this semi-historical and historical. I chose the historical, so when we get into the campaign you will see this affects mostly the treaties, alliances at the time, right? So without further ado, I have played like 4 turns in this game, checking the Spanish campaign. I'm Spanish. If this is the first video that you see, I'm from Spain, but I've been living in China since 2009, like a lifetime already. But as a Spaniard, you know, most of my mods you can check in the channel. I have Napoleon, Darthmod, I have a video on Empire Total War Pike and Shot, that is the Colonialism 1600 AD. We will talk about that later. Always focus on Spain because it's my mother country, right? So let's get to the 30 years campaign, and we're gonna choose Spain, which here is called the Iberian Union because Portugal was part of Spain at that time. So we have historical, as you can see here, very hard, and it says that you need to capture some settlements, etc. Blah, blah, blah. But what we're gonna check more than anything today is about the mechanics and the issues with the campaign and work around to have a good kickstart in your campaign. So let's get into it. Very nice painting. Okay, so as you can see, you can select not all of the factions, but I think there's the major factions, like I believe Great Britain, France, etc. and Spain. You can have your customized UI. So for Spain is this one. It is very Barroco looking, and it feels like darker, right? It's much darker than the original Napoleon. Anyway, so once we get into the campaign map, the first turn to me in the Total War games is the most important because you can do a ton of things to get kickstart pretty fast, you know, and to develop much faster. One thing that I've seen here is that we have an army here in Brussels, and normally what I would do playing as Spain both in Empire and Napoleon is try to take Amsterdam right away. If the force is similar to ours, I would just try to take it out. If I fail, I try again until they fall. When they fall, you take an enemy out and then one front that is already out of the equation, right? If I'm playing Empire, for example, I don't trade with Portugal, that Portugal is actually a country in there, and I go for Gibraltar, and Gibraltar, I think in Empire is Spanish actually. I think it is, and the British didn't take it by that time. And then I just declare war on Morocco and I go against Morocco as fast as possible. Now in this mod, because the scripts that I have, and I think that all the major conversions mods that they touch the start pos file, if you have played with mods and you install, you know what I'm talking about, like in this mod, right? The start pos start position is modified from vanilla because we have Portugal, for example, but we also have the Italian countries. Now what happened, that every mod that changes the start pos this happens. At least with the Empire Total War, the 1600 AD, the Colonialism 1600 AD. I will leave a link in the description in there if you want to check it out. Because you have in the Americas exactly the same situation. These are Spanish, as you can see, Iberian Union, but you can't see it and you can't click on it. So, my goodness, what do I do now? There's no way to click on it, and this can be very frustrating if you don't know what to do. I'm gonna teach you how to work around this issue. So in Empire Total War, the colonialism 1600 AD is the same thing, exactly the same thing in the Americas. That it incorporates the colonies into. You don't have to do the scripted mission to get it into your empire, but there are so many places. Mexico you can, but there are so many places that, like here, like Naples, Cagliari, etc., that you can't access. Now another thing, to get the scripts working, normally what they do in this type of mods is they tell you is that don't do anything in the first turn. For me, the first turn is the most important, so it's it's like, that's why I believe, for example, they have this army here and you can't attack, because if you move into an attacking position, the game will probably crash. And Empire Total War colonialism happens. Now, why I mention colonialism so very often? Because the developer of Empire Total War colonialism 1600 AD is working with this team in the Napoleon Pike and Sword mod, and you can see many of the cards actually come from his mod. You see, and the descriptions, etc. We have to, like this photo, for example. This is from that mod, the 1600 AD. That picture is from there. I don't recognize this one. This one is from the colonialism 1600 as well. See, they still have a lot of things to do here, but you can play as well. Now, so that's why that army, for example, you won't be able to attack Amsterdam right away. But we're gonna move here, so it doesn't get attrition, and it gets in there. Now, what can you do to work around this this issue? There are two ways. You can either send an army. Let me see. For example, these guys. Now you will require to get through the Papal States. So you either talk with them and you say, okay, Papal States, please, are you friendly? Where are you, Papal States? How about a military access? Would you agree to that? And they say pay 600, right? For example, we can counter offer. Do we have any? There's no what's it called? Science. No, we don't have. Okay, so you can pay to go through the lands, etc. Now here you can't go through anything. You have to sail, and you have to send an army in a boat and disembark in there. And once you start walking in the through the lands, this will become available. The fog of war will disappear, and then you can click on the stuff. Now another way to do it: go to the lists here, go to regions, and then we are gonna check. Okay, Naples. Boom. Now this takes 10 turns, guys, but you can also recruit. So you can build something and wait until it's finished. I haven't tried actually if you start building, if the first turn as it starts running, if it's gonna give you the access or not. Now recruiting for sure. Now you have to think, what do you want to build, because otherwise you have to send that army that you recruit. It costs money, and you have to see how many turns. Okay, this one is 665. One turn, 760. If it's a cavalry, it's gonna be even faster. 1200. My goodness, 691, 634. So that's gonna be the cheapest, I believe. This one is 190. You have to wait 2 turns though, but it's 190, 104. Yeah, 489 for the upkeep. Well, you can select it now and then disband it later on, right? If you're not gonna use it. The only thing is that it's just 1 turn. Maybe the provincial cavalry 185. Yeah, it's just a little more expensive. Yeah, just 300. Because we're gonna have to do this in several places. So this is 1000. So I think I'm gonna go with provincial cavalry. So I'm gonna recruit this, and look at that. I'm gonna spend on that. I don't know if with this, well, 8 turns. So forget it. We're not gonna see it. Once we have the unit recruited, next turn we will be able to move, and then we will be able to click and build. Now you could also, if you want the port, for example, in there, just go to the list again, because we can't click in here in the city, right? But if we go to the Naples, and now you go here to the building browser, then you have Taranto. This is the port, you can see here, and this is a town in Potenza. Potenza, where is Potenza? I believe it's here. Yeah, there it is, Potenza. So let's say that you want the port. Boom, you click here. What you want? You want a dockyard or you want a trading port? You want a trading port? Well, double click. There you are. Now you can choose which one you want to build. I want a trading port. Click in there. Okay, so you are already building. You don't need to wait to send a unit to visualize it, right? The only thing is that if an enemy, for example, now the Papal State, they're not gonna do it, but imagine you are close to the enemy, and you are here in Milan, and you say, I'm at war with Switzerland or whatever, and this has the fog of war. You don't see the enemies coming as well. You can't see anything unless they come and they siege you, and I guess I haven't seen it, but I guess suddenly you are sieged, and or maybe you don't even see it as well. Only when they attack you and you have to go to battle, suddenly you say, what the heck, I'm in battle. I didn't even know the enemy was right there. So you can do this with all the regions and all the towns that you have. So let's go again to Naples, and let's say you want to update Foggia vineyards. So you go to the building browser again. We have the vineyards, and we click there, and we can upgrade it. So if we see in the map, I can't see anything with so many stuff here. See, it's already upgrading, and you don't need to break the fog of war. Imagine if you're gonna send a unit from Madrid, you have to come here, get on a ship, and look at. I mean, it's gonna take forever to get here, and then the ship is gonna take another, I don't know how many turns to get to this place to start building. Is very frustrating, and I don't know with other nations if it's like this as well, but I guess any faction that has any non-vanilla countries or regions included as default, the same thing is going to happen. So it will be useful in that regard as well. I'm focusing on Spain because, viva España, por la patria y el rey. For king and country, etc. Blah blah. So I hope this helps you out. Now another thing that I wanted to mention is about the ships for trading. Now you see we have some trade nodes. Now I've been checking other mods, and at this moment actually I don't remember if we have a maximum number of trade ships. Yes, it is. Look at that. Indiaman Galleon. This is the best of the two because it's actually quite powerful. The Indiaman, it has a hull strength of 1100. It has 42 cannons and only upkeep of 38. and it's actually quite cheap, 475 to recruit. That's why you can only have 4. The merchantmen is pretty shitty. You look at the hull strength is less than half. You only have 12 cannons. Does it say this one has 142? Yeah, only 52 men, so this is very weak. You can have all you want, but Indiaman only 4. I recommend that you go for the Indiaman as soon as possible, because I think we have here, we can check the warships, and the Indiaman had how many cannons? 42 cannons and 1100 hull strength. So if you go here, hull strength 170, 360. The galley, actually, I really like that he included this for Spain. The race built galleon, hull strength 500, 1500. Okay, so it would be around here. Oh, this one. So the Corsair medium galleon has 42 cannons, right? And 1100 hull strength. 142 men. So it would be more or less equal to the Indiaman, you could say. But it costs 1600 to recruit, and it takes how long? 6 tons. And an upkeep cost of 276. When the Indiaman has 1170 hull strength, so it's almost the same. No, more, sorry. 1170, 1120, yeah, more. 42 cannons, the same. Firepower 169, firepower 160. It's just the same. The range is 808 for the galleon. 142 men. 142 men. A little less range. That's the only difference. The speed is the same, but you see, right? With 4 galleons that you are able to recruit, you can only have 4. 4 of them cost the same as one Corsair, medium Corsair galleon. So the only thing is that this is 6 tons and this one is the same, 6 tons. So and it's a pretty decent, and you can trade with that ship, and you can defend yourself. So right off the bat, I recommend that you go for that. Recruit those guys as soon as possible. Another thing, the infrastructure is the cheapest of the things that you can build, and it gives you +4 per turn wealth everywhere. We will give you +4 in here, and for 500 is the cheapest to do, and you will be able to move faster. Gibraltar, for example, that is very, very poor. I always go for a dockyard. And for example, Cadiz. Now our main region is Madrid, is Spain, right? Even though Milan is the richest of all the regions in here, but you can't really develop that much. You can still develop or something, no? It's not that bad. However, you are isolated and surrounded, and you don't know who is going to attack you, etc. And your mother country, that is the next one, is the one that you have to develop. I already ran out of money, so I would always spend in things in Spain first. Now, what you want, the ports, actually, they give you is 1200. It gives you +10 per turn. No, it takes 8 turns, +10 and 100 region wealth. And this you can upgrade later, and it gives you a good amount of income. So I would go for that as well. However, the most important, I believe, at the beginning is the infrastructure, because it's the cheapest. You can do it everywhere, and everybody is gonna be grateful for that. We already recruited that Indiaman. Again, Sardinia Cagliari is very, very poor right now. But if we go here, you will see Iglesias Mines has a gold mine, and this gold mine, let me click on there. Okay, we don't have enough money now. It gives you plus 300 to region wealth. The next one, it gives you plus 6 and plus 1200. So you can see that the damn it, I can't. Where are you? Sardinia. Sardinia. Right now, the I can see it, but I can see it here though. Is 400, only 400. With that gold mine, you will be able to go to 1200. So it's a big difference. Now, let's get that. Sicily. I don't have enough money, so I will have to cancel something. What are we doing here? Like that, for example. I'll have to go back to Naples and cancel the upgrading of this, and then we have some more money. And then we have to go back to Naples. Oh, this is already doing. Okay, Sicily, and get that going. Navarra. Navarra or Catalonia? Catalonia gives me more money. Brussels gives me more money. Portugal even more. Oh, 450. So we will build that in there. Madrid, we have already done it, and Portugal, we already done it. So Flanders, I don't have money, but you get the drill, right? That would be the idea. This is what I would do, at least in my first turn. Get all this going. That is the cheapest, and you can do it on more regions. Get the India mans and all that going on, and the ports. At least this one, these two. Anyway, the trade. So you can see we have from North America, the House of Monarchy, We can get a lot more money going through the trading. You can do that. It's, very easy. You choose. What I would do is who are we at war with? Let me see. Spain, Iberian Peninsula. We are not at war with anybody, but France doesn't like us at all. I would like to trade with them because it's a land line, and actually it will help us to get a little more happier. Yeah, they accepted. So unless we fight with them, at least we are getting some income. And what I would do probably is go for the Mediterranean area. So I will trade with the Ottomans. Everybody hates them, but this would mean that hopefully at least they won't attack us. And we have a lot of all these islands in the Mediterranean that we want to protect. So if we trade with them, at least we keep them on our side more or less. And yeah, they don't like us, but they like the trade. So that's cool. And you already get much more income, like minus 1200. What the heck? My goodness, why is that? Navy upkeep, downwards. Okay. Well, already have to check this as well. See if we have any. This one, Diego Carrillo, de Mendoza y Pimentel. It looks very good. I'll change that as well. But in any case, the most important things here are the ivory. Now, we have quite a ton of ships, and these ones are merchantmen, so we know we can trade. So let's go to the ivory. What's the price now? Ivory 56. Go there. Point still 56, and we are positive already. Look at that. We are getting 1800. That's awesome. Now, do we have any more? Now we have a galleon and a medium war galleon. Now, what I recommend that you do, we can't reach here, is I believe the galleon you can trade, but something that the developers could help with is to put a trading icon in there, so you know which one can do it. The merchantman, we know for sure. There's no icon in there, but we know because merchantman, merchant built for trade. Does it say here? Because maybe I'm saying something stupid. A galleon is a square-rigged warship capable of long ocean voyages and of carrying some cargo. You can have a maximum of 15. Well, it doesn't say anything. But let's try it, and let's come here to the spices. Boom! You can trade, and we are getting 600 from the galleon. So you see, it doesn't say. Check it. Check which ships you are carrying with your nation that you have, and the trade notes the closest you have, to know which ships. Because I believe you will have, I guess here, the Netherlands will have the fluid. Yeah, the fluid. I can't right click to see the description, but for sure the fluid. This one is a trading ship, so most probably you can get some trade from there. But the others, maybe they have some specific. Like Spain has the galleon, they have the fluid. Maybe they have some others that you don't know if they can trade or not, and you are wasting. Building merchantmen like crazy, and you already had 4 or 5 ships that you could already trade with that, you know. So okay, let's try with the medium war galleon. Now here we know we are getting 600. Let's go here and see if we get any more. Nope. So the medium war galleon we know is for fighting, it's not for trading. The galleon itself, it can trade. Okay, so we already know that. Now, what else do we have? What is this? War galleon. War galleon. Was it the same? This was war galleon. What was that? Oh, medium war galleon. Medium war galleon. So let's see. Here we have another ivory. This is a race-built galleon. Race-built galleon. That this I really like a lot in Empire, for example. The race is not race-built galleon. I think it's race-built. What's the name? But it's a like a third line ship of the line that they took out the third deck, the last deck, to make it a little lower, more agile. It's fast. It has all the powerful cannons. Yeah, you know, the ships, they have the heavier cannons are at the closest to the sea level, and then smaller ones in the second deck and smaller ones in the top deck for the recoil and the weight distribution purposes, etc. Right? So taking out the last deck, they still have the very powerful cannons in the first one, but they are much faster, and I really like that ship. But anyway, that's an Empire. Race built galleon. So this one, this is very long. Hull strength only 500, but speed 8 instead of 6, and maneuverability medium instead of maneuverability low of the big ones. Right? Low, medium. Okay, so let's try with the race built galleon. If he can trade. No, he cannot. What about the galleon? We already know. Well, sorry, the galleon we know it does. This one we can trade. Boom! They are getting another 920. Now the war galleons don't. Now this galleon, I believe it can. This one is 74 cannons. This one is 32. So it's different. This is a galleon. And this is a galleon. Why it has more cannons, more men? Maybe it's a war galleon and it wasn't well described. Anyway, let's come and see. We are getting 920. Yeah, he can trade. 1591. Look at that. Now, medium war galleon. I believe it won't. This is probably because they changed the skin of the, you know, in Napoleon Vanilla, these 140 cannons would be the Santissima Trinidad, because that's what he had, and there was nobody else that had such a big. It was the biggest of its time, the Santísima Trinidad. So yeah, it's called Dragon, and it's a war galleon. This would be the Santísima Trinidad. Because it comes in vanilla, they just changed the skin of it. And this one is also comes in vanilla, the 122 gun. It would be a first rate ship of the line. That here is a medium war galleon, but it's a much bigger than that. Like this is also a medium war galleon, but this is a 74. This would be the 74 ship of the line. So these are the ships that come in the vanilla at the start, just with the skin that is changed. But anyway, I don't believe any of these can trade. 1591. 1591.
Listos para la acción. Sí, señor. A la espera de órdenes.
1591 and the Santísima Trinidad or Dragon. Yeah, they don't trade. So the galleons are the ones that can trade. So if you come here to Ferrol, would be this, La Coruña, naval recruitment. We don't have money to recruit any of these. You can have a maximum of 15, so you have a cap on all of these ships. Now, what I really like is that they included the galley, because the galley actually was very, very, very common in the Mediterranean, and in Napoleon is not available. In Empire Total War, Morocco has it, and the Barbary States, all that, but Spain doesn't, and Spain had more galleys than any other type of ship. They were patrolling the Mediterranean. They were quite small. Pardon me. Oh shit! We have a. See, we can't click on it. So this is why it's so useful. The lists. We go to fleets. It has to be this one. It has to be this one. Damn. Is there any workaround for this though? Because it has 3 ships in there, but I can't touch them. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Well, we'll have to send. This one I don't have a workaround for this one. We'll have to send a vessel there. Now, we can recruit. So the galleys actually were very popular in the Mediterranean, and I'm really happy that it's included in here. Now, what I would do normally in playing Empire Total War as Spain, after conquering Morocco, you get access to their ports, and their ports you can actually build the galleys. And I would start building galleys like crazy, and I send them because I like to protect the ports. Have the cheapest unit available, either infantry or a ship, and cover all the ports. So if someone attacks you, they have to land an army on land. Now that gives you at least 1 turn to react, you know, and they don't destroy the port. And if you come to the port, yes, they can blockade and you don't get all the trade, but you don't need to rebuild the and repair the facility. And it's quite cheap. If you use the cheapest in Empire, I think the galley is like just a few coins. It's very, very, very cheap. So I would start in Morocco building the galleys and send them to the Americas, to everywhere, and cover all the ports in Europe, etc. Is what I do. But anyway, here, so we are able, and this is 1 turn. I'm gonna do the same thing because I always do. It's just a habit for me. These guys are better, I believe. They have more people, etc. 86 upkeep. 48. Sorry, 48. So this one is more expensive, the upkeep. However, it's only 1 turn, and yeah, because it's only 1 turn, I'm gonna recruit that, and then what I would do is sail up there and try to reconnect with those 3 ships that we have completely lost that we can't touch. Army upkeep 6,684. Look at that. So we have to check the ministers. This guy has nothing. What about you? He's a patron, and you are a patron as well. Anybody here with army? Bombivant. Agrarian. No, so we don't have anybody with army traits, and we don't have anybody with treasury traits as well. My goodness me. So how many stars does this guy have? 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, let me see. If I put this guy here, army upkeep is the same. Let me check again. 6684. However, here it says minus recruitment cost. No, minus 6% upkeep cost for all army units. So it should be better. It should be better. And this guy is terrible as well. Management +1 happiness. And he's giving us some good. How many? 2, 4, 6, 8. The same as this guy. So what I would do is bring Pimentel in here, and he's gonna give us minus 6% upkeep cost. And Justice, this guy is terrible as well. Agrarian, -1 to claim for reform. So Antonio Perez, I'm sorry. Juan José de Austria, you are coming here. It's a little better, I believe. So we're still the same though. We're still the same. Now policies, I would like to reduce if possible, even though we get less money, but the people are happier, and the growth in the long term, the growth is what is gonna help a ton. But we're still in positive, so that's all right. I would actually disband some units, I believe, and I wouldn't recruit that. Let me see, regions, Naples, recruitment, cancel that guy. We have a little more money, and we'll have to see what we could disband. But anyway, these are the things that I would like to show you. And anyway, I'm gonna load. Well, let me save this. Start Spain, and I'm gonna load the last turn that I had in turn number 4, so you can see where I was. It's already gonna be. What is a beautiful. I'm gonna take a photo, a screenshot. This is turn 4, and you can see that I can already visualize. I did recruit, so I was moving around a little bit, just a little bit. Have some unit in there, etc. And I already got everybody here together. Well, I didn't put them together because they are 2 generals, but yeah, with the idea of maybe attack Amsterdam. We're not gonna have a battle. I haven't played a battle yet with this mod. Maybe next video. I don't know where it's gonna be, because I have so many series going on right now and checking a lot of mods. I have 4 machines at home, and I have different mods in all of them. We don't have a mod manager like in Shogun, for example. That is very easy. You just click the mods that you want to use, and that's it. But this one, you have to uninstall, install another one, and it's a little bit a pain in there. But anyway, in the rear end. So you can see here that we can already see some more stuff. The regions, the countries like Naples and Sicily, and here, etc. We're already building more stuff. But you can see here the date is 1818. Now this is a thing that when you install the mod, the developers tell you that this mod, the pike and sword era, this should be 16. I'm 16. What is the first turn? Oh, it's 1618. Still, because yeah, still 1618. So it would be 1618 where you are playing. However, due to the hard coding, I believe, of the Napoleon Total War game, if you start the game with a date before 1805, that is the vanilla campaign, then the factions become very, very passive. And this also happened with the Empire Total War, the 1600 AD, Colonialism 1600 AD mod, that I also checked, and you have the link. Please give it a look if you want. You can. In that campaign, I started with the start position, the 1600 something, and it was like the hippie times of the hippie era of the medieval times, or because nobody was at work. It was impossible to get the people to fight each other. So here, what they have done is move the date forward, so when you start passing turns, actually the AI will fight each other and there will be conflicts, etc. going on. Otherwise, you can play it, you can select if you want. You have the option in the files that come with the mod. You can choose the script. I think it's the Lua file, I don't remember. You can choose one with the 1600 in there, but everything is gonna be so passive. But you can choose and you can try it. Anyway, now I'm gonna leave it. So thank you very much for your time. Please take care, be safe, and I hope to see you soon with the next video. Bye bye for now.